Omarosa on the phone. Omarosa, good morning.
Good morning, Vincent. How are you?
I am doing pretty darn well this morning. And how about?
I always wanted to ask you why they call you Big J.
I'm a large fella, and I've always just had that nickname since I was a kid. My name's Jason, so there's the J there, and so it's been Big J. It just kind of stuck.
Oh, I love it.
An interesting follow-up to you then. I was thinking about this. I was listening to some interviews and stuff with you yesterday, and I was wondering, like, where does the name Omarosa come from? Is there, like, a story behind that, or is it just a pretty name?
Oh, no, absolutely. My name is actually Omarosa Oni, all one word. It's a very long Nigerian name. I am of Nigerian descent, and it's actually a tribal name. It means my beautiful child desired. My father named me.
Excellent. Very, very cool. Well, we've got a lot to talk about here, Omarosa. I'm going to kind of let you take the lead here. You've got like 48 reality shows, I think, that all air tonight, and 28 new ones tomorrow. Tell us a little bit about what's going on, because there's a lot of it.
Well, tonight is the premiere of You're Cut Off, and it's a great program on VH1 because we take these 9 women who've never done chores in their life. They've never made a bed. They've never washed a dish. And we teach them some serious life lessons. Tonight, you'll see them come over to my house in L.A., and they have to learn how to do chores, but they have to learn how to do them the Lady O way.
Oh, I see. Because you're one of those ladies, I mean, you could probably avoid doing chores. I mean, you're probably financially able to, and also, I mean, you could probably find a man that would do all that stuff for you if you wanted to. But, I mean, you seem like the kind of lady that's pretty grounded and keeps it real.
Yeah, I keep it real. I have 2 houses because I teach at Howard in D.C., and then I do the entertainment thing in L.A., so I do have some help, but I do know how to do the chores.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's essentially what I was trying to teach these ladies, is that once you accomplish certain things in your life, then you can have the luxury of having people help you, but these girls have never done anything. They're not educated. They don't work for themselves. They depend on their parents or their husbands to, provide for them. So
that's such a tragic thing, because usually, I don't know what the deal is, or maybe they're just the ones I see, but usually the women that have those sort of upbringings and are kind of handed everything, they're usually smoking hot and so stupid and vapid, and there's just like nothing there. It's like, I want to meet the girl that's rich and has everything handed to her, but also is a go-getter and has a thing for overweight radio DJs from Billings, Montana. That's what I'm looking for.
For some reason, I just wanted to hug you just right then and there. You're so down to earth. I think that it's important, particularly in this environment where economically we're struggling, that you learn the importance of a dollar, the value of a dollar, the value of working hard. Now, I'm from the Midwest. I'm from Ohio. And, our work ethic there is truly the center of who we are. You work hard, you have to be productive, and you certainly can't depend on other people to do what you should be doing for yourself.
That's definitely true. You were saying earlier that I think it would surprise a lot of people that you are a professor at Howard University, and I don't think people would be surprised. I don't think they'd be surprised that you're a professor necessarily because of your intelligence. I think they know your intelligence, but it's like we just see you on these reality shows, and it seems more like you're kind of out there, in the spotlight, playing games on these shows, and it's like, but you've got a real life behind the scenes that is about business, and you get down to business sometimes.
Yeah, before I ever went on The Apprentice, and I think the reason why I beat out 250,000 people to get on The Apprentice was because of my professional experience, my education, my work in the White House. I had a whole life before I ever got into this world of reality, and I think it's important for people to realize that. And in fact, Donald Trump and I have teamed up yet again to work together, and I learned some very important lessons from Donald.
That's cool.
So everybody thinks that I'm just, a reality personality.
Yeah. Speaking of your work, in colleges, universities, and at the White House, too, a new rumor out today that Al Gore is sleeping with Larry David, the guy that created Seinfeld, with his ex-wife. And I'm sure you can probably confirm that, right?
Oh my gosh!
That is really a rumor now. That's the story that's out today, that they're saying that Larry David from he's Curb Your Enthusiasm. He's on that show too. They're saying that Al Gore is hooking up with his ex-wife now that him and Tipper are separated. And you worked with Al Gore a little bit in the White House, didn't you?
I worked with Al Gore and I worked with Tipper. I think they're two wonderful people. I'm sad to see any marriage come to an end. You know, I went through a very public divorce, and it was painful. So I hate to see couples, who can't keep it together. But I think that both of them, Tipper and Al Gore, they'll end up doing well for themselves. They're both very smart people.
Exactly. He invented the internet. How can you go wrong with that?
You were cracking me up this morning.
I want to talk to you a little bit about your relationships, dating. You went through a divorce there. One of your shows, it's on TV One, which we don't get here, so we can't even watch it. But you're doing a dating show where you're looking for a dude, and I want to know, what is Omarosa looking for in a guy? I mean, does he have to be a millionaire?
I actually have to correct you. You actually do get it. If you have Comcast or Time Warner, you get TV One.
We don't. We have some weird little Midwestern company. It's called Bresnan. It just got bought out. But yeah, we don't even have one of those big ones, so we don't get it here.
Oh, well, it will be streaming online. But yeah, Donald Trump and I are working together again, and he's trying to help me find happiness. He's trying to help me find love.
What are you looking for? I mean, I'm assuming you're a very business-minded woman, and it's like I kind of am business-minded myself, just not on your level. But it's like I know I look for a woman that has, motivation and is going somewhere and goals. I mean, are you looking for a guy that's already the CEO of a company or that's owns a bunch of stuff, or like would you go for a guy that isn't even successful?
One of the interesting things about the show is that Donald did the casting, and Donald selected 6 guys who were working class guys, and make $10,000-$15,000 a year. Then he chose 6 guys who were very affluent, and he wanted to see who I would end up with. And I think that America would be pleased to see that I have impeccable taste.
Excellent. Have you ever dated a guy before that wasn't highly successful, like for more than, a date or two?
Yeah. I mean, when I met my husband, we were college sweethearts. So, I mean, we both had nothing. That's when we found true love. And so I don't have any, I've made my own money. I've acquired enough wealth for 2 people. So I'm not really hung up on what you have. Really focus on what kind of person you are and how you're going to treat me.
And what are you doing? I mean, speaking of the money and stuff, obviously with, your actual business ventures and then with the reality TV and all these things and appearances, you've got to be making decent cash. Are you going to get out of it at some point here? Are you going to retire, or are you just going to keep powering through as long as you can?
Well, like on the show You're Cut Off, I came in, I shot for a day and a half, 2 days, and then I was able to go back home. It doesn't require a whole lot of work to do reality television. And, for one appearance like that, I get paid more than what I get paid in my teacher salary. So it's like, I'd be a fool to walk away from 1-2 days of work to, do anything else. So that's why I try to balance my life between reality TV and teaching and politics and that sort of thing.
Excellent. Well, it's the show's You're Cut Off, and it's tonight on VH1. It's at 7 o'clock here in Billings, so we'll definitely check that out. And Omarosa, you got a lot going on, so tell the Donald hi for us, tell Al Gore hi for us, and I'm sure we'll talk to you again in the near future. And you've been great as always, so thanks for joining us, Omarosa.
Good talking to you, my love.
All right, bye-bye.
The Big J Show. Weekday mornings from 6 till 10 on Billings' #1 hit music station, Hot 101.9.